What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. What have you been up to this week?
Not much.
Seriously, what have you been doing?
I don't know. Messing around with my new computer.
Messing around with a new computer. We're not going to advertise the new computer, but it is one that hopefully you'll be able to hear us a little bit more clearly and you'll be able to see us, even though we look kind of fuzzy, as we're sitting in an old Blockbuster video store. And I got my It's Going to Be a Blockbuster Night shirt. Isn't that
I
cool?
have Metallica.
Metallica. All right, cool. Hey, Dom.
Hmm.
I was thinking about a kid the other day who came into my class and he looked like he had been smoking, not summer school, but during the school year. He looked like he'd been smoking like weed and everything else. And so I looked at him. I was like, dude, how high are you? You know what that guy responded with?
Hmm.
Coach, it's hi. How are you?
What?
Get the joke?
That was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. He turned the words around.
Okay.
I said, how high are you? And he said, no, it's hi. How are you? See, when I have to explain jokes to him,
Because it was terrible.
it wasn't a terror.
Okay, let's move on.
It was just different.
Welcome to Dom and the Coach.
So we have decided it's time to go back to our top five list. And again, since we're sitting in a Blockbuster video store, old Blockbuster video store, it's not really a Blockbuster video store, it's our screen. We decided, or Dom decided, let's get back into the movies because that's a genre that everybody seems to relate with.
Right.
And so he said, Coach, let's do our top five worst movies we've ever seen ourselves. Okay, now not together, maybe by ourselves. And obviously, I'm a little bit older than Dom, so my movies go back a few more years than his. But we're going to talk about our worst movies and descending order. So 5 to 1, one being the absolute worst movie we've ever seen. Okay?
All right.
All right. So, as always, Dom goes first. Number 5.
Jaws the Revenge.
Did you see that movie?
I did. I ended up watching it. It was so bad.
It was so bad.
I had started it and then never finished it, and then I finally finished, and I'm like, what a waste of time.
What a waste of time. Yeah, you don't get too many great white sharks in the Caribbean, do you?
Yeah, no.
No, that's not a
It
thing.
was just weird.
It was weird.
Why
Anything.
was the shark targeting the mom?
It was revenge.
I don't know. Did Spielberg do that one?
No, of course not.
Okay, I was gonna say if he did that one,
No,
terrible,
he didn't do that one.
terrible.
Terrible. All right, number 4.
All right, for you Star Trek fans out there, I apologize if I offend you, but of the newer series starring Chris Pine and Zachary O'Brien, I think that's his name, Star Trek Beyond. I just didn't like it.
I don't know. Did I watch that one?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was one we watched together.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. It starts off, they're flying, exploring. 20 minutes in, they crash on a world, and then they're on the world for the entire movie. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Well, how are they supposed to get off if they've crashed onto it?
The ship was destroyed.
Oh,
They
so
took another ship. I don't know. The
you,
Enterprise always gets destroyed.
it gets destroyed a lot. I think I did watch that with you and I fell asleep.
Yeah, because it was boring.
It didn't make my top 5 list, though.
I don't know. It was just not one that I enjoyed.
You're not recommending it and it's on your worst list. Okay.
Now, was it one that if I watched the Star Trek movies, yeah, I'll watch it just for the story? Because it coincides with the other two. But other than that, no.
Is this the third one in the series?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
final.
All right.
I just didn't like it.
All right.
All right, number three. Again, Star Wars fans, I'm going to offend you, probably. The Last Jedi.
Is that the which one was that?
That's the one where Skywalker and Ray are on the island.
Oh, they start off on the island.
Yeah. Okay. It's only on here because of one character that just ruined the entire movie, and that was Rose.
Oh yes, that whole
Her
sequence.
terrible, so
Right,
just
right, right.
weird.
Her and what's his face?
Finn.
Finn. You got something going on with your nose?
No.
You and Finn, or you and Finn, Rose and Finn going to like some casino, and then they
Yeah,
get
I didn't
caught.
like that.
That was really dumb. Oh, and then uh, Queen or Princess, no, it was Queen Leia
Princess Leia.
dying, not
And then
dying,
coming
like
back,
freezing
and then
in
using the
space
Force
and
to.
like
Yeah.
flying through space like that or something. It was very kind
That
of
was
weird.
cool, but other than that, no.
I don't know. It was kind of weird. Um, yeah. What do you got going on your nose,
I don't
man?
know. Itch.
Itch.
Alright, number two is going to be one of the Sony Marvel movies that was released, Morbius.
Morbius. That came out like 2 years ago. Year ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
You never saw it. I don't
No.
recommend it. It's terrible. Yeah, is it one that I'm like, if I'm bored and it's on, I'll watch it? Yeah, because it's interesting. But the execution of it was just terrible.
Why?
The acting was bad. The CGI was meh. It was just not.
It was just bleh.
Yeah.
What is it? Bleh.
Like,
CGI.
meh.
Meh. Meh. Meh
Like
CGI.
mid.
Oh my, here we go
And
again.
then number one.
Stop playing with your nose.
Number one is going to be the Sony Marvel movie released earlier this year, which had so much build-up, but ended up being the worst Marvel movie in
I
existence.
thought you said it wasn't Marvel. I thought you said it was
It's
Sony.
Sony, but Marvel because it.
Oh, Marvel
It's
comic book, but it's
yeah,
not MCU.
correct. It's the origins of a character in the Spider-Man
Just get to the movie.
timeline, whatever. The idea, great. Execution,
What movie?
Madam Web.
Never even heard of it.
It was bad.
You watched it on what?
It's on Netflix.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched it because it was like, I heard it was so bad, and everyone was like, "Don't watch it," and I'm like, I gotta see it. I gotta see if I like it or not. No,
Madam Web. So
it
what?
was so bad.
So does she like birth Spider-Man or something?
No, she is connected to all the Spider-Man through the web of life, which is comic book accurate.
The Circle of Life.
So they make a lot of comic references to her character, and like the idea of her character in the movie was great, but the execution was just not at all what it should have been.
What they should have done is reached out to Dom and asked for help, since he does have the new laptop, so he can help them. He can help them organize their thoughts and work really hard on their editing and their CGI, and
Okay.
get the great backgrounds like we have. So, all right, well, that wasn't a bad list. I don't know. Uh, three of those movies I have seen, and I thought they were bad, but they weren't. One of them was terrible, terrible.
Jaws of Revenge.
Jaws the Revenge.
Yeah.
That probably should have been number one, but whatever. The other ones, they came out. So you ready for my top five?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. So my number five on the list, Sharknado.
Mm.
I don't get it. Ian Fleming or whatever the guy's name is, Ian Ian Ziering.
Yeah.
Ian Fleming is the guy who did James Bond books, but Ian Ziering, that was the guy, the blonde guy that was running around. Yeah, chasing tornadoes that are having sharks being thrown at people, and I mean, just bad.
I've never seen it.
And I know it's supposed to be kind of like campy and kind of funny and such. I just didn't get into it. I really didn't, and I couldn't. I just sat there. I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Number four, The Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I thought that was terrible. I mean, they had this great actor. Obviously, it was one of his new films. I think it was like in 2011, maybe, or something, maybe 2014.
Yep.
But it was early on, and even Blake Lively's in it,
His
and
wife.
his wife, yeah. And so, great actors, but the story was it was bleh. It
Yeah.
was just bleh. It just wasn't there.
Mm.
And now he's like this megastar. She's a
Yeah.
megastar, and
Deadpool. And
yes,
also to add on to that, not to
add on to it.
okay,
Doing a podcast. Go ahead.
because in Deadpool 2, he actually makes a joke because Deadpool is known to break the fourth wall, and so he actually makes a joke
Wait a second. Wait a second.
about Green
Stop.
Lantern.
What is the fourth wall for all the people that don't know?
Okay, the camera,
Oh, he looks at the camera,
us.
right?
He
He looks.
talks to the audience,
Okay.
and actually he does that in the comics.
All right.
Him and She-Hulk are the only known Marvel
So
characters.
in Deadpool 2, Deadpool referenced Green Lantern
Yes.
by breaking the fourth wall and looking at the camera,
Yeah,
right?
okay, so basically what he does, it's the end credit sequence. He like goes back in time to fix his universe, but then he goes to other universes and just messes them up. And he goes to our universe, like the real world, and so it's Ryan Reynolds. He has the script for Green Lantern, and all of a sudden you hear a gunshot, blood on the paper, he falls, and it's just Deadpool behind him, and he looks at the camera. You're welcome, Canada.
You're welcome, Canada. That's terrible.
I know, but it was the
Okay.
funniest reference
Well, that might be the best thing about Green Lantern. It was
to
bad.
right. Yeah,
Bad.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are the only
All right.
things about that.
You got to quit hitting the table because we're
I
gonna
know.
do you shake it.
Sorry,
All right. Okay.
I didn't mean to
No, it's
blow on
okay.
your list, but
You didn't blow up my list, but that's okay. All right. All right. So number 3, um, Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin.
never saw it.
It had an exceptional star-studded cast. Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, um, Chris O'Connell, Uma Thurman,
Maybe I should.
okay, Alicia Silverstone. They had all these people in this huge, huge cast, Batman and Robin, and the story was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
Batgirl, and it was just terrible. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze, and he had terrible one-liners, terrible one-liners the whole time. And I mean, even worse than the coach's jokes, just terrible one-liners and puns.
Worse than he is in Terminator.
He was great in Terminator.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He was great. He was great in that. Worse than Jingle All the Way. That was a terrible movie.
Never saw it.
Never seen that one either. Huge, huge cast. Production money way out the window for everything that they did, but the story was bad. Just bad. And so Batman and Robin. Number 2, our first repeat, Jaws 4, The Revenge. Now, just like Don mentioned, why in the world is a shark, like a possessed great white, chasing Ellen Brody from Amityville, where it starts off by the shark killing her son, the youngest son, and
What
then
sucked? That was like the worst part. I was like, no, what?
in the middle of winter, mind you, great whites in the middle of winter,
Yeah.
okay, in frozen water, and then chasing her all the way down. I think it was the Bahamas or Jamaica or something, and it's chasing, trying to find her, and Ellen Brody finds love with Michael Caine, I think the British guy,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's just a terrible story, terrible lines. It had some decent actors in it, but it was just bad.
Yeah.
A possessed shark, and the shark looked super fake. Oh, by the way, watching Shark Week a little bit last week, I learned that there is nothing in a shark that can produce sound. And so, like, the only thing that can maybe produce sound is when they move their tail fast enough, it could move the water fast enough so the water will make a sound. But there's nothing within a shark that makes a sound. In this movie, multiple times the shark roars. And in fact, the last scene, it comes up out of the water as a ship is coming, a sailboat's coming forward with the huge pointy part of the boat. It's coming forward, and the shark comes up out of the water, roars, and then the boat hits it, and it goes, and this kind of falls into the ocean, and that's how they all survive. Terrible,
Yeah.
terrible.
Him getting blown up in the first one, much better.
Much better. Okay, that was much better, but just a terrible movie all around. Number one, my worst movie that I've ever seen. And before it even came out, we were told that the producer, the creator of all Star Wars, George Lucas, was producing this movie about a Marvel character, Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck came out mid 80s and it was putrid. Putrid. George Lucas produced it. He didn't direct it or anything. He produced it, but it was just terrible. It was a duck, it wasn't animated. It was like a claymation duck, and he had these giant eyes, and they even had like the duck was with a woman, and they tried to have a love scene or something. It was just bad. It was just bad. Howard the Duck. I I recommend that you never see it and wipe it from your memory at all costs.
Yeah.
But that was it.
That sounds terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible. So that was my top five. And you know what? I guarantee that y'all have some stinkers in there that you have watched. You'll probably disagree with some of his or maybe mine. But those were our stinkers, our top five worst movies of all time that we have seen. Any other honorable mentions in there?
I was gonna say Green Lantern was. Totally forgot about that one.
Green Lantern, yep, for
An
you.
honorable mention for me. Okay, I would say the final Star Wars movie, just for the fact that they made Rey a Skywalker.
Oh, that doesn't make it a worse movie.
I know, but other than that, I actually did enjoy it.
Okay, but that doesn't make it a worse movie ever. And you're going
Right.
into Star Wars world.
But no, I'm just saying, if anything made that a terrible movie, it would be that.
Okay, so
And I've talked to people
one little thing
that
made it
agree
a
with
terrible
me.
movie.
Yeah.
But okay, we're not going down the Star Wars world right now.
That's why it's like number 50.
Okay, so it's not an honorable mention of the top worst of all
Yeah.
time.
True.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go to our next segment. Our next segment, we're jumping back into Can Dom Do It? And we're going to go on location for that. And so we'll see you on location. All right, y'all. So we're outside for this segment of Can Dom Do It? This segment is brought to us by Spotless Finish Detailing. Reach out to Tim and get all your detailing taken care of in your trucks or cars, interior, exterior. Let him take care of it all. But this, Can Dom do it? Can Dom make a fire? Since it's the summertime, I figured, sometimes you have outdoor cookouts, you have, a bonfire on the beach, maybe a campfire. Can Dom make a fire? So here's the parameters that I'm going to give you.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
He has 5 minutes
Oh boy.
to collect as many materials as he needs to start and keep his fire going.
I don't get a lighter.
Now, you do get a lighter.
Okay, what about fluid?
No fluid.
Oh, whoa. As
No
many materials as I need.
And no fluid. No gasoline, no hairspray, no fluid.
All right.
5 minutes. All right, so we'll be back to you. And when you see him starting to make the fire process, that's when the 5 minutes are up. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Set? Go. So we're watching Dom do stuff with sticks. I'm not really sure his grand plan here, but it's something to be seen. I mean, he's collecting stuff, which is good. I mean, that's something. We have an old fire pit out here we're going to watch. Dom, try and do this. It's a good pile, I think. He's got about a minute left. There is some green stuff in there. All right, we'll be right back. All right, so we're back here now. Dom has all of his materials, and it's time to watch him start to build, and then make a fire. So Dom is starting with a branch with dead leaves on it. By the way, have you ever made a fire before?
No.
Okay, okay. But you've seen us do it, right?
Yeah, we all had better stuff than I did.
Better stuff. Why? What's better stuff?
You all had actual fire materials.
What is fire materials?
Starter fluid.
Starter fluid. You saw me start a fire with starter fluid. You don't know. You got to speak louder. You know we're on a podcast, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Are you ready?
No.
Oh, you're not ready? It looks interesting. Ah, that's gonna do it. Tom's trying to make like a teepee looking thing, or with two sticks that aren't the same length. Well, maybe they're the same length. Ah, there you go. Now we're starting to put wood across, and yeah, that's gonna last a long time, isn't it? Oh, there you go. Smaller sticks and more dead leaves. This is going to be awesome. Well, it's going to be something. Oh, yeah, just keep throwing things in. I would recommend not throwing things in. Green grass. I would recommend not throwing things in until you have a fire going.
I'm ready to light it.
You're ready to light it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go with the lighter. Let's move closer. Do we have a flame?
Dang it, I blew it out.
You blew it out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No,
That's
no.
hysterical.
There's like nothing there.
There is stuff there. It's user error. Is this a good idea?
No, there's literally no fire.
Well, that's because you're holding it straight up in the air.
Yeah, no.
It's okay.
No, it's broken.
All right, we're back, and now that Dom has a different lighter, he was correct. The one that we had wasn't working very well. So what are you doing now, Dom?
I'm gonna light this and put it right there.
You gotta be louder, man. We can't hear you.
I'm gonna light it and then put it here so that it ignites this thing.
Okay, so
Or I'm just gonna ignite.
So Dom is doing the basic. Oh, now he's doing the idea of burning down instead of burning up.
There's a mosquito is on my nose.
Wow. Okay, so he's trying to light some leaves. Ooh, we have a flame. And it's not catching on any. Well, I don't know.
No. Oh, Lordy, it is.
Oh, Lord, it is. So what's burning exactly?
The leaves.
The leaves. Good. Ooh, oh man, all of your branches that are sticking all over the place. Ah, grass.
I can make a fire.
Wait a second, you're not done? Is the grass burning?
No.
Why do you think grass is not burning?
No, that's on fire.
What is that? Oh,
I have more stuff I can
and
ignite.
just like that.
No, we're not done.
Wait, is there any more fire?
No,
Did you make a fire? I think he made a smoke. Do you really? Never mind. What are you doing now? You're trying to light something in the air? Why are you doing that? Oh, we do have a flame, but it was not from the thing he just did. Now we're throwing more sticks on top of the... Oh, there you go. I'm throwing more stuff on top of flames. And he's smacking the fire out. Are you trying to breathe it?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to breathe the fire.
Not working.
Why is it not working? Do you have any idea? Any ideas?
No.
Well, again, you're trying to light something in the air and then drop it on the bottom. Fire goes up, it doesn't go down. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did. Any other ideas you got going on? Because you're about to be out of leaves. Why do you think the wood is not catching on fire?
It's not placed right.
Ah, it's not placed correctly. Okay, we had to take a quick break because, well, the mail person drove up into the driveway and stopped us for a second. But now Dom has a new idea. He wants to light a stick on fire and then throw it into
That didn't work.
the ring of nothing. It didn't work?
No.
Make sure you go comment and tell Dom exactly what he did wrong. What are you lighting now? The grass?
How won't this thing light?
Why won't that thing light? It will catch fire. But it won't catch fire if you don't have a fire underneath of it to burn it.
Okay, so I need to make another fire with the leaves, and then put that on top.
Make another fire with the leaves and then put something on top.
Yep.
Again, do you light the fire on the top or do you light it on the bottom? We're just doing things whatever we want to do, I guess. I am proud of you, dude. You did make smoke.
No, I had a flame.
You had a flame. Where is it?
On.
Gone.
Reduced to atoms.
Atoms.
Trademark Marvel.
Well, we shouldn't add things to the podcast, dude. All right, Dom's making it looks like a nest. Okay, that's always a good idea. Smack your fire with the lighter.
I might burn my hand.
Probably not. Oh, it looks like we have a flame again. By the way, nothing says 95-degree day like making a fire outside. But then again, we're not really making a fire. And he tosses it in and misses. There you go. You put your fire out again by just throwing something on top of it.
Oh, that's on fire.
Okay, we're back inside. We're back inside with the air condition. A lot better than being outside.
Yeah.
So, Dom, can you make a fire?
No.
No, Dom cannot do it. He could not make a fire. And again, he had plenty of time to research and ask questions. Go on YouTube, maybe even ask some of his uncles if how to build a fire. So I'm going to tell you real quick.
They would have all said lighter fluid.
They would not have said lighter fluid.
Because if I had a fire, boom, lighter fluid, it would have exploded into my face, but it still would have been a fire.
No, it would not have been. It would have been a flame, which you had multiple times with the lighter and by lighting the leaves on fire. But you did not sustain a fire. Like the picture behind us, that is a sustainable fire where it could last more than 30 seconds. A leaf is going to go up. By the way, Dom, grass, green grass has what in it?
No.
It has water. That's the reason it's still green. So green grass does not burn.
But dead grass will.
Dead grass would. So Dom says he was never properly taught. He was, he just didn't pay attention. But when you build a fire, you start real small with things that can like burn up, like paper. We have plenty of paper in the house. He never went to grab any paper. Cardboard. Never grabbed any cardboard. He grabbed grass and dead leaves that were still
And
on the
sticks.
branches and sticks. Sticks that are really thick. So you start off with something really small. Sometimes it's called kindling, and it like starts to burn a little bit. And as it starts to burn and gets coals to it, then you start adding a little bit bigger things, adding it gently. Dom threw things on top. You know what happens when you do that to something that's starting to burn? It goes, and then it separates, and then it stops burning. So that's the reason his fire never really got going. Also, the other thing, and that we mentioned outside, is he was trying to light things up top and then drop them into the stuff, and hopefully that would burn down. But fire is trying to suck up the air that's above it, and that's the reason it burns upwards. But maybe he'll learn in the future. Maybe, I don't know, maybe on vacation we could have a bonfire on the beach, kind of like this one. I don't know, we'll see. But either way, can Dom do it?
No.
No, he can't. No, he can't. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much it for our episode this week. Is that number 24 in the books?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close to being in the books. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you send it to other people. Get a good laugh at us and such. Make sure you comment or try and comment. And when we post this on Instagram and we post it on Facebook, make sure you comment, like, share, and just get the word out. Hey, summer is halfway over. Did you realize that? For teachers out there, I'm so sorry to say, my summer's halfway over, and it's going to get busy over the next few weeks. We got a lot going on here in the family, and we also got a lot going on with lives and camp, and maybe a vacation and other things and such. So get out there, enjoy your summertime, stay cool. Hopefully this heat wave that we're in on the East Coast will break here soon. And just stay in AC, turn lots of fans on, eat lots of ice cream too. Yep. And just keep having fun over the rest of the summer. Call up your loved ones, tell them you love them, and you know what? Maybe share love with other people too. Do you have anything you want to add? All right. Hey, by the way, old Dom here is going to College of Southern Maryland in the fall, and he was able to go take a tour of it the other day. So we thank his Aunt Christine for the tour, and maybe hopefully, in the fall when he gets going on campus, maybe he could even give us a little tour. Dom and the coach. He could do a little tour of the campus, and that would be something to add to our Southern Maryland experience. So, anyway, we're just kind of thinking out loud. We love you guys. Thank you again to Spotless Finish Detailing. What are you doing? You're like moving around. You don't have to move your arms. Thank you to Spotless Finish Detailing for sponsoring. Can Dom do it? Listen, Tim can do it. He can do your detailing needs for your car and truck inside and out. Tim, don't call Dom. All right. Well, don't call Dom if you need to build a fire. But anyway,
If you can't tie a tie, I can help you with that.
he can help you with your tying a tie.
Or naming movie or songs.
Songs. Yeah, he named some songs, some patriotic songs. That's right. All right, y'all. So look, we love y'all. And we just look forward to seeing you next week. And peace out, love on others. And actually, you know what? That's peace. That's love. Right?
Yeah.
All right, Dom's giant finger. Giant finger. All right. Y'all take care. We love you.